It's mid-July in 2024, and this is when people get ready to do their big long backpacking trips. But one thing, sometimes people can't or don't acclimatize to mostly the altitude. You can acclimatize to other things too, like wearing a pack. You should be doing that on practice hikes, or being used to the heat or the cold or whatever. But we're mainly talking about altitude here. So I'm just out for a day hike. I went fishing and it's been 112 the last 2 days and over 100 for 2 weeks, it seems like. I think it is 2 weeks. So it's hot. It's even hot, 85 up here. I'm at about 9,000 feet right now. The trailhead started at about 8,500 feet. So for acclimatizing for backpacking trips, you want to probably do it above 8,000 feet. So I'm feeling pretty good because there's other things you can do to get your body used to it. You can be in the best shape in the world and still suffer the first couple of days on a long trail. I'm lucky. Maybe it's my Norwegian blood. I don't do too bad at altitude, but I'm not huffing and puffing. I feel pretty good. I walk every day, so I'm in pretty good shape. So get in shape, all that stuff. But for acclimatizing, you want to get out and hike above 8,000 feet if you can. Before me and my daughter did our JMT hike, we did a weekend trip near here actually at about 9,500, 10,000 feet. We did a weekend trip the week before we left for the JMT to try and help. If you're doing something like the JMT southbound, you start at Yosemite Valley, so you have a couple days, but to get used to it. But once you get over 8,000 feet, like if you're going northbound, you're going to be suffering the first few days, unless you can somewhat get acclimatized. You PCT are starting in Mexico, you got plenty of time to acclimatize also. And it's getting your muscles used to it, all that stuff. But the altitude, it'll get you and you'll be suffering the first few days. You'll have shortness of breath, even at rest. You'll have headaches, nausea, and if you start puking and really feeling terrible and it's really hard to sleep too the first few nights. I recommend gummies with special ingredients for a few nights. It helps, but you don't have to do that. Try to do whatever you can to get acclimatized. One thing that'll help, try and get up to your trailhead a couple days early. Like the east side of the Sierra has all these side canyons. Like Onion Valley has a campground up at the top of that side canyon off 395. If you're coming up from the south around Cottonwood Pass, around Whitney, a couple days camping up there and doing some day hikes, that will help you greatly. So the other rule that's real important, if your first few days, it's hike high, camp low. So during the day you go over those 10,000 foot passes, but try to camp at 8,000 feet or below. And try not to go more than 3,000 feet on a given day. Otherwise you'll be suffering. But if you do suffer and you start puking, feel terrible, dizzy, nauseous, and you can't even stand up hardly, you don't tough it out. You gotta hike down to a lower altitude. That's the only way to save yourself on that. So a lot of people come, this is a little over an hour from my house. So I'm fortunate I can just go up the mountain and start at an 8,500 foot trailhead, start hiking and get used to it. But you flatlanders coming from out of state to enjoy our beautiful mountains out here in the west, you're going to be screwed because you're not going to be acclimatized. It takes 2 to 5 days to get used to it. So just prepare yourself for that. And the other things, try to lighten your load. You're killing yourself if you try to carry everything in the kitchen sink. A lot of people learn that the hard way when they start hiking. The first couple of days they're dying because they're carrying so much stuff. So pay attention to your body, but things will get better. It will get better in the future after the first couple of days of suffering. Just know that it will get better. Your body will adapt. So you want to be able to not be puking and enjoy places like this. I mean, it's pretty special. I mean, we're actually right off the PCT right now, up near Carson Pass, off Highway 88, and I'm so lucky to be up here, enjoying somewhat cooler weather. So be prepared and be in shape and be acclimatized to the heat, the cold. Your body use of pack weight, and most important, the altitude. And be safe out there. Listen to your body. Don't kill yourself trying to prove something to your friends. Hike down to a lower altitude if you're hurting, and then try again in a couple of days, and you'll be fine. So be safe. Happy trails. Thanks for watching.